Hello everyone, welcome to another video in the LabVIEW series. Today we are going to start the jump start of learning the LabVIEW programming language. So this is the very basic introductory level class in the LabVIEW to just start your programming career in the LabVIEW. Okay, so this is just to note the course content which I am going to discuss in this series of video. We will see that this topic: first, introduction to LabVIEW installation guide, overview of LabVIEW. Then we will move to the difference between the control indicators and constant, and so on. We have a different section which will cover in the LabVIEW programming series. So this is going to be very interesting and informative video, so don't forget to watch the complete video if you want to jump start your career in the LabVIEW programming. Okay, so just start it. Let's talk about the introduction to LabVIEW. What is the LabVIEW? LabVIEW is actually the graphical programming language from the National Instruments, which is used for data acquisition, instruments control. Let's say I just want to show you, if you ask the chat GPT that what is LabVIEW, it give you very detailed informations about the LabVIEW. Okay, LabVIEW Laboratory Virtual Instruments Engineering Workbench is a system engineering software developed by the National Instruments. So this is actually the company which actually developed the LabVIEW. It is primarily used for data acquisition, instrument control, and industrial automation. Okay, these are the three basic and main application where the LabVIEW is used. LabVIEW is known for its graphical programming. This is point to also note that this is the graphical programming approach as compared to the other languages like a C and Python, where you just do a coding. There is no any coding. Okay, just all the programming you have to do in the graphical approach, where user create program by connecting the function blocks known as the virtual instruments or VIs with the wires that represent the flow of data. Okay, we'll discuss key feature. This is a graphical programming, data acquisition, instrument control, signal processing and analysis, real-time embedded system, integrated with other language. LabVIEW can integrate with the other programming languages like C, Python and MATLAB, following for more flexibility. Okay, so this were the just introduction about the LabVIEW. Now if we move forward, link to the download. Where can you download the LabVIEW? So National Instrument have a this software you can download from the ni.com, National Instrument software. If you just Google and search the LabVIEW download, you will be here. So here you can see you have to first select the supported operating system, either you want for the Windows, Mac or Linux. So you have to select that, and then from here you have to select the which version of the LabVIEW you want to install. You can see these are label here, but you cannot download all the versions. Okay, let's say only 2024 quarter 3 is available for download. You can see here, you can download from here or you can just buy also. But if I select previous 2024 quarter 1, this is also available for download. But if I select 2023 quarter 3, it is also available for download. If I take, let's say 2017, it is also available for download. I think they have integrated all the version. Before that there was not all the available. To 9 link to download available, so you can download whatever you want. But what I would recommend that always use the not very latest version, because the latest version might have some bugs or issues. So I would recommend to install the second of the available in the list. Let's say this is 2024 quarter 1. Okay, install this one. and select from here basic or full version, leave it be, and select the operating bitness, either 64 or 34 bit you want, and then you can download from here. Okay, this was the link to download, how you download from the website. Now let's talk about the overview of the LabVIEW environment. I have installed LabVIEW 2023 quarter 1. Okay, so all the things which I can do in 2023 quarter 1 can be done all the successor of the version, let's say 2023 quarter 2, 3, 2024 quarter 1 and quarter 3. As I have shown that all the things can be done. There are some different changes in a very advanced level, might be in the environment, but all the things you perform, you can do that. One more thing is that LabVIEW does not support backward compatibility. Means that if you create any program, let's say in 2023 quarter 1, if I create any VI and I give you, and then you have installed in your laptop 2020, so the program created in 2023 cannot be opened the previous version of the LabVIEW. Okay, this is called the backward compatibility. So LabVIEW does not support that, but LabVIEW provide features to convert your 2023 program in the previous version. Later we will learn that how can you convert program in the previous version of the LabVIEW. Okay, now next move to the difference between the control and indicators. So when you first open this LabVIEW, this environment will be shown here. Okay, so here you can create a project. This was the opening existing project which I have opened that. You can directly click and open that project. Okay, then there are learns the basic programming language. There are some websites, forums where you can learn the basic of the programming. If you move here, you can make like this. Okay, here is a file, this file menu, operate, tools. In a tools, if you see help, in a help, if you go through help, you can see there is a LabVIEW help. Okay, and also find example. There are the many built-in examples available in the LabVIEW from the different section. You can find it and learn from the examples. Just let me open this one. Where is that? Oh, thing taking time. Open. Okay, back side. See here, these are the different folders. In if you double click, you will see the folder. Inside the folder having the all the examples available. Depends on the criteria and domain. If you don't see here, if you want to search any particular program, you can go to search tab and write here any keyword to search any example which is already available in the LabVIEW. So this is very good. You can take help from the examples, learns many things, many examples available here from the different section. Okay, we will later explore these features, and I will show you how to open the example and how to run the VI. Meantime, just let me close it. Okay. Again, in this project, in this page, let me explain more things. If you want to create a new project, you can create a new project. I am just not creating a project, but I just want to create a new VI file. For this, I will go to file and will just create a new VI. Okay, if you create the new VI, there will be two windows in the LabVIEW open simultaneously. Okay, this window is called the front panel. You can see the name on the front. This is the front panel, untitled because there is no name. I have not saved it, so it's showing that no any name. Okay, and this is the block diagram. LabVIEW, as I told that this is the graphical programming, so all the coding, graphical coding, you will perform on the block diagram here. Okay, and on the front panel you will just only monitor and control your system. If you want to give some command, you will give from the front panel, and the reflection of that command, the behavior of the system will be observed on the front panel. Okay, from this window you can arrange your front panel and block diagram either left and right like this, okay, or up and down like this one. This time front panel is upside, block diagram is downside. Whichever view is good for you, you can adjust, or you can do manually also. Okay, for this I just prefer the left and right, and normally I prefer block diagram to be left and front panel to the right. Okay, sometime if you open the new VI, you don't see the block diagram, but you must see the front panel like this one. Okay, but you have to do programming, you have to do all the programmings, coding. Coding means that coding does not mean that writing a code, means that making a program you need the block diagram. So by doing the Control E, this is a short key, Control E, if you press the Control E, you can open the block diagram. Okay, and you just want to close, or either you can go from here, let's say where was that, show block diagram, Control E. Okay, like this. Now what was my topic to discuss? I'm here right now. Okay, let me just make highlight it that so that I remember difference between the control indicators and constant. Okay, in the LabVIEW, all the things whatever you will create, it will be either your control. Control means from the front panel you give command. Okay, this could be one thing. Second thing, it could be the monitor, means that you are just monitoring something. Let's say you are monitoring the boolean, you are monitoring the, let's say, wind speed integers, you are monitoring the graphs or anything, you could monitor. The second thing is a constant. Okay, so in the block diagram, if you just right click, okay, and go to the, let's say, numeric. First let me explain from the front panel. If you right click from the front panel, you see you have different palettes. Okay, this is the called the modern palettes, where you see the numeric indicators. Now the numeric, in the numeric, all the things related to the numerics, you have a different gauges, icons like this one. Okay, numeric control, numeric indicator, time control, time stem indicator, vertical slider, vertical pointer slider, and like this one, all the things, meter, gauges, thermometer, tank, and many things, all the related to things which is considered or used in the system as a numeric. Okay, numeric means that I am not going in depth the data type, either it is the integer, floating point, or constant, whatsoever. Okay, just let's say take this one. This is the slider. You can just select it and make this size like this one. Okay, this is slider. LabVIEW is very easy. Okay, you can make it any size. Okay, whatever you want. Okay, and the range from it is 0 to 10, you can change it just by double click, and let's say write 50, so it becomes from 0 to 60. Now you have to understand, this is right now I select as a control. Okay, You see from here, this is actually numeric, but this is the numeric control because I can give command from here to the system. As you select any control or indicator in the front panel, you have observed that the same time their blocks was reflected in the block diagram here, this one. Okay, let's say I change its name, my control. So in the block diagram you see it is also changed to controlled. Okay, now this is a control. Now I take another, I go to numeric, I take just numeric control. Okay, this is also numeric control. Let me make its size bigger. Okay, or control plus make the size bigger, and then you can make like this one. This is my indicator. Okay, you can, if you want to make the size, select it and just control plus, it will increase this size. Okay, control plus. Now this is also indicator, and this is indicator I made. You see in the block diagram both control and indicators almost looking same in the icons. Okay, how will you understand either it is the control or indicator? So if you see there is a knob to connect the wire, let's say like this one. Okay, it is, if it is in the right side of this icon, it means that this is the control, this is the control. And if it is the left side here, that means that is the indicator. Okay, but I made this one as an indicator, but I don't see the knob here. So what you can do, you can change any control to indicator or indicator to control just by selecting, just right click and select this one, change to indicator. Now you see, if as I change this one to indicator, its wire connecting knob move from right to left. Okay, and you also observe the behavior in the front panel that its input field became grayed, because now I cannot use this as a control, but it is just a indicator, it will show you the values. Okay, so now if you want to connect this one, just you have to take your mouse here, click and just click this one. Now it is connected to each other. Okay, now what will be show, it will be shown as that the data will be fed from this control will be reflected to the indicator. I just want to run it. Okay, right now indicator is showing 0, but as I will run it, this data will be reflected here. You can run from here also and from the block diagram both, no issue. So just click run. Now see the values reflected as 18.2857, because this is the double data type, so it is also showing the decimal values. I'm not going to discuss right now about the loops, I will discuss about later. So what I want to make you understand, now this is the control, this is the control, and this is the indicator. Okay, now let's talk about the something about the let me see data type I have any. I think I should discuss data type here. So this was the actually data type double. How I understand, in the LabVIEW, in the graphical programming, you will see that different control and indicators have a different color. If this is the orange, thin line orange, this means this is a double data type. Okay, now if I take the same, let's say I just make a copy. Okay, I should make it little small so that it is easy to accommodate more controls and indicators on the same palettes. Okay, now this time what I want to do, I just right click and will change its to go to the properties. In properties, I want to change its data type. Okay, this is the properties of this control 2. Okay, from here you can also change many things, like if you don't want to see the label, you can just uncheck it, okay, or check it and give any name here. From here, let's say it is control 2. If you want to rename, you can rename it also. You can change the colored field. This is the, let's say, blue. If you want to, let's say, green, now it is a green. Okay, you can add this, change the slider color. Let's say I want this one now to blue slider color, or I want, let's say, orange. You can change it. The style you can change from here. Let's say this one, this one, this one, anything styles you can change it. You can resize from here, precise by giving height, width, position, left and right. Either you want to disable it or disabled and gray it. So if it is disabled, it will not work. Okay, if it is disabled and gray, parents will be like this one. Just make it enable. Go to data type. Now here you have to understand the data type of your system. This is right now represent double double data type, double word. Okay, that's why you are showing the data as a decimal point. If you click this one, now here you can see that you have an integer 64-bit, integer 32-bit, long integer word is a 16-bit, integer byte 8-bit, unsigned integer and unsigned 32-bit, unsigned 60-bit, unsigned 8-bit byte. So let's say I select U8. As I select U8 is actually the, if you see that this is the integer 8-bit, so the color of that already changed. You see it, now it becomes blue. Now your control is data type is an integer, but your indicator data type is still double. Okay, there are two different type. You have connected two different type of data type each other. Your control is integer and your indicator is a double data type. So whenever you connect two different data type, but it support, okay, if it support, if it is the same class, so LabVIEW connect it, but shows any warning sign. You see there is a red dot here. This shows that you have connected that two different type of data type, but it will work. Okay, but it just showing that any warning sign. So how can you remove that? No, now run again and check that. Okay, just run it. Now you see your indicator not showing the decimal point, because now the control I have changed from double to integer, and integer does not contain any decimal point. Okay, how can you resolve this issue, this warning? You just have to right click and take the properties. In data type you can just click this one, adopt to source. If you don't know what type of data type is coming from the control, you just click here, adopt to source. Now you see it has also become the blue and the red dot has disappeared. Now just click OK. So this is the two data type I have discussed here. One is a double and one is the integer. Okay, now let's talk about the more controls. These are the basics. Okay, if I right click and the same way you can apply these features to all these control and indicators. These all the numeric gauges can be used as a control and also as a indicator. Let's say I want to show you one more. If you think that this slider is always control, no, it's not right. It can be a control, it can be a let's say indicator also. Let's say I take this one, horizontal slider bar. Okay, and I make it like a let's say 50. Okay, now this slider, when you select this, by default it is a control. Okay, it should be here because data flow from left to right. But if I want not control, I want to make is as an indicator. So what I will click, I will just right click and select here from where change to indicator. Okay, now it's move wire joining point move from right to left. I will take it here and I will connect from this one to this one. Okay, now this is working as an indicator. This slider now working as a indicator. And again same issue, you see this was a double and this was the integer. I have connected to different type of data type, showing me the error. So what you can do, you can go just let's say from here data operation properties and data type, adopt to source. Now it is okay. If you run, now see this slider is showing as a indicator, not data, not control. Okay, now move to the boolean. Okay, in the boolean, as you know, the boolean works on the logic either 0 and 1, or you can say true or false. So okay, so what I'm going to do, let me delete these things because I don't have any more space. You can delete and just select the boolean. If you want to take multiple buttons from here, you can ping it. Okay, and let's say you take this one push button, you can again make this one like, okay, you can take this toggle button also. The same concept also apply here. This button, all the buttons can be used as a control or indicator both. Okay, and normally what we understand that the buttons is used for the input as a control, but it can be used as an input and as a control both. Okay, let's say if I say this is my button 1 and I make it like little bit big, and this is my button 2. Okay, and if I go to boolean, I take one round LED, and LED is used normally what for as a indicator, but you can use also as a control. This is my LED 1. You can take another LED. This is this square LED normally. Okay, you can make any size, any shape. This is the LED 2. Okay, now let's say this is my button 1. Button 1 I connect with the LED 1, and button 2 I connect with the LED 3, not 2. Okay, and connect this one with this one. Okay, now just run it and check it. Because it is running one time, so my button is off, so LED is off. Let's say if I make it turn it on and then run, this LED is on. If I make toggle button this one, now this one is also on. Okay, so this is a data type. Now check one thing here. Let's say if I take numeric control here, let's say indicator, okay, and size, let's say this one, and if I want to connect this numeric indicator to the boolean, let's say you check what will happen. Now you see the broken line. Broken line means that I have connected the two different category of data type which does not support. Means the button can be provide the logic either true and false, 0 or 1, and the indicator I have connected the numeric indicator. This does not support each other, so that's why LabVIEW does not connect this wire. It is giving the broken error, and you cannot run the program until and unless you remove this error. This is a very good feature of LabVIEW. If there is an error, you cannot run the program unless you remove it. So also provide you LabVIEW the view how to check the error. If it is a broken wire, you see this arrow run button is a broken. If you click this one, this will show the list of the error. It's showing that you have connected two terminal of different data type. Okay, show error, it reflect here. If you take mouse here, you tell you have connected two terminals of different types. The type of a source is a boolean, true or false. The type of a sink is double, 64-bit real, 15-bit digital. Okay, so this is the boolean, this is a double, two different data type. Okay, so this cannot be connected. Achha, one more thing here I want to explain. LabVIEW is telling that the as a control to as a source. You see the last line, the type of a sink is a double sink is your indicator and your source is a boolean. Okay, so you can also see that somewhere written as a sinks and source. Source is your control and sink is your indicator. Hope you understand these things. Okay, so this is the about the boolean controls and indicators. In the same way you can convert any boolean from control to indicator. Let's say not this one, let's say you take any round indicator, but as it is an indicator because its terminal is the left side, you can change it to control also. Change to control. Now this is the control, and you can connect this control to any boolean. Let's say if you take the any boolean, again the same LED. Okay, so you can connect this one to like this. Okay, now I think you have understand the concept of boolean, indicators and control. So as I discussed that you cannot connect two different type of data source with each other, so you have to delete this one. For deleting the broken wire you can also do the control B. Okay, then the all wire will be deleted automatically. Now from the booleans I think I have discussed the same concept apply for the all the things. I'm not going in more details about the properties of each indicators or either indicators or booleans. So let's move to the next section of control and indicators. Okay, now string. String, as you know that string is a called the collection of the words sentence, that's called the string. So string is another data type in the LabVIEW. It has also both the things, either control and indicators. So you can see I have the strings palettes. In this I have the string control. If I take the string control on my front panel, and also I have the string indicators. Okay, so you see the color of the string, indicators and control are the pink type. Okay, you can connect this one to this one, same, and the wire between them is a pink, some like a dotted if you zoom it. And if you write anything here, let's say if I write computer, okay, and now if I just run it, you see the indicator is showing the computer. So data transform from the control string to control indicator of the string. Okay, so this one you got it here. So this is a string data type. Okay, now you have some more options here, the combo box and then file path control, file path indicator, many things, but these all the related to the string. This is for the path, either control and path indicator, and this is just combo box. You can create a combo box just by writing something like a computer, let's say. Okay, and many things you can create here. You can also create it to indicate it like this one. Okay, if you run you will see the same thing there. So these were all about the string. Now let's move to another. I think for the basic purpose I will limit my lecture here to the numeric, boolean and string and their different options, creating a control, creating a indicator, how to change indicator to control, control to indicators, how to wire, and data type of difference. Currently I just discussed data type between the double, integer, boolean and then string. Okay, so from my list I completed this one. Okay, the constant, one thing is also constant. The constant is as constant. The constant as constant means that the constant, you can create a constant from the let me show you from here. If you right click here, because the constant does not have any control, so always it is a constant, so you can create constant from, where is that? Okay, if you go to numeric, you will see here numeric constant. Okay, let's say if you write here any numeric constant, let's say I write 1000, and on the front panel I create numeric indicator and I connect this one, and now you understand the difference between these two color. Okay, so I'm just not doing the matching the data type and just run it, so you see the indicator on the front panel. So this is your constant value, it does not change, you cannot change from the front panel, so this is called the constant. Hope you understand. Next, to move to creating first logic in the LabVIEW. Okay, now we are in the process, in the step. Now we can create somehow anything in the LabVIEW. Okay, before that I just want to give a very short overview about the from the function of the numeric. These are all the numeric operators which we use in our daily life, like to add two number, to subtract two number, multiply, divide, increment, decrement. These are the numeric. Okay, this is the boolean, and logic, all logic. You must have heard these things in the in your school level. And this is a comparison, logical test, equal to, not equal to, greater than, somewhat like this. Okay, so in order to in order to create a very simple logic, what I am going to do, I want to add two different numbers in my front panel. I just want two numeric control here. Let's say I create here, this is my, let's say, number 1. Okay, I increase the size, and also I increase the size of my indicator. This is my control number 1. I copy, you can press control key and drag and drop, then it will be number 2. Okay, you can do little bit formatting from here also. Okay, and now I want my result as an indicator. I think I should take same from here and change this one to indicator. This is my result. Okay, this is my result. So what I'm going to do, I will put one number here, one number here, and I want the sum of that number. Let's say you can say add. Okay, add result you will see here. So this is my number 1, this is my number 2, and this is the result. I want to add two number, so I will take the I will go to numeric, use this adder, will connect adder, one input here, one input here, output here. Okay, now I give some number here, let's say 3, I give number to 6, the result should be 9. Just run it and get the result 9. Okay, you can do some more formatting if you want, but I don't want to waste time on formatting. I just, my purpose of this lecture is to just give you kick start concept to start your programming in the LabVIEW. Okay, sorry, what I wanted to do, I actually want to just make this one as a little different. Okay. Okay, now this is the adder. If you want to subtract this number, you can connect here, connect this number should connect to this number, and I want one subtractor, so you can subtract this number, subtract, and this is your result here. Just run it. Now you see 3 minus 3 minus 6, result is minus 3. In the same way, you can take any operator here and use in your programming language. Okay. Now let's say if I want to change the temperature into Fahrenheit, okay, or Fahrenheit to temperature. So for that you need some formula. Let's say, let me search Celsius to Fahrenheit formula. Okay, this formula actually convert from centigrade to Fahrenheit. I just take this one on my front panel to make you understand. Copy and paste here. Okay, let's say paste here. Now I want one temperature. Let's say I change this one, my temperature in centigrade. Okay, and this is my result in Fahrenheit. Temperature in Fahrenheit. Okay, now according to this formula you have to create your design. For this, what I am going to do, first understand that you need to divide 9 by 5. Okay, then multiply by the input values, then the result should be added 32 in order to convert into Fahrenheit. Okay, so means that you need 9 by 5. 9 by 5 is actually a constant number, so you can also do the calculation. 9 by 5 is actually 1.8. okay, so I take here constant, numeric constant 1.8. This become my 9.5. Now this result should be multiplied by the input values. Now my input values is right now this one. Okay, this is my input and this should be multiplied. So I go to numeric control, take multiplication, multiply these two values. Okay, the result should be what? At 32. 32 is again constant, so I just copy and paste this one and connect this one right here, 32. Now my logic is complete. Let's say if it is a result, if it is a temperature in centigrade, so what will be the temperature in Fahrenheit? Just run it. It will be 37.4 degree Fahrenheit, from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, now if you want this one to change, let's say replace with this one, you can replace like a pointer. Now if you have a temperature 100, okay, make it little bit large like this, and you can replace this one with also like a thermometer like this one, so that it looks little bit good. Okay, now again you can see if I change this one, change this one and this one, you have to increase this value, let's say 500. Okay, this one. Okay, you see every time when I change my input temperature, I have to run the program. For this, if I want my program to run continuously, So for that I have to put my logic in a loop. I will discuss the loop, all the type of loop and their function later in my lecture, but for right now you have to just go to structure and take the while loop. While loop is actually used when you want your program to run continuously. Okay, you have to just select and put all this your block in the while loop. And the while loop, when you put in the while loop, you must have to use this button to terminate loop condition. You can take as a, like say, constant, or you can create a control as a button. So this button will actually use to stop the loop. Okay, one thing. The second thing is that whenever you will use loop, you must have to put some time delay. If you do not put time delay, your processor will continue processing. This will and this will actually will impact the performance of your computer if it is working with another application. So must give some delay to rest this CPU, you can say that. So for giving some time delay, you have to just right click and go to timing, and you can give wait function. Okay, now this wait, you have to just right click and create a constant. Here you have to give the time in a millisecond. So let's say I give let's say 100 millisecond delay. Okay, this is enough. 100 millisecond is enough. Now if I run the program, you see the logic showing is here continuously, and you see the bar is showing that the program is continuously running. Now if I change here, you can see the real time values I can observe on the front panel. Got it? I think you understand. Okay, let's say you also want the digital values, digital notification, digital view of this temperature. So you can also just right click, go to visible, and check this digital display, and you can make it large. Let's say 250 is enough. Now run it again. Now see, on the bar you can see the temperature rising or falling, and also you have a digital display to monitor the things. You can add as many as indicator with one control. The second point is to keep in mind that you can add as many as indicator with the control. Let's say this is my one result output. Here I have connected only one indicator, this one. Okay, but if I want to show it more with more indicators, let's say I take one here sorry, this gauge, and also I give temperature, let's say 250, and make it little bit large. Okay, now this is the gauge. I can also connect this gauge, the output, with this result, like this one. Now run it again. Now see the result. You can see the result also on the gauge. In the same way, if you have another indicator, you can connect with here parallel, as many as you want, no issue. Okay, so where we are, indicator, constant, creating a logic. I have created this logic, first logic for you. Understanding the data type. Okay, how many data type available in the LabVIEW? As I already discussed, the different data type, three data type I have discussed. One is that about the double. You can see this one is the orange one is a double, and means that I can use decimal values also here, as 1.8 is a decimal values and 32 is a whole number. So double can accommodate both whole number and decimal value, and this number is also constant, but this is an integer. Okay, if you put here in the decimal number, let's say if I write 100.5, it will not take 0.5 decimal values, because this is an integer always take the whole number. Okay, now for understanding, to make you understand about a different data type, let's move to the another topic. For that I should okay, now move to the data type. I think I have discussed data type, double, integer and string. It is enough for the basic level. Okay, now move to the loop and loop operation in the LabVIEW. For the loop, there are different kind of loop. If you right click on the block diagram, go to structure, let me ping it, you will see different type of loops. Okay, the most common is a for loop and while loop, and in between two, the while loop is the most important, because while loop is used when you want your program to continuously keep running. Okay, and for loop is used for different conditions, and this is the case structure, if and else, and this is the event structure. We will discuss these things if I think that in the beginning level it is important to discuss. So let's talk about the while loop. As I showed you the while loop previous, while loop is used to continuously run the program. Okay, just I take the while loop, let's say. Okay, and I just take one indicator, control an indicator here, let's say, and one indicator, same. Okay, let's say I change this one, sorry, let's say this one I change to indicator and connect this one here. I can take as a control to stop the loop. Okay, I have discussed these things, and I should put some time delay here, constant, let's say 100 millisecond. Now if I run the program, I can observe my output the real time. Okay, with the delay of 100 millisecond. Okay, there is a delay updating the output in the 100 millisecond. If I want to stop this loop, I should press this button, stop. Now it is stop. This is a while loop, and the while loop had one more thing. If you have observed this I button, this is the actually loop iteration, that how many time loops have run. If I right click here is output and create one indicator, so you can understand that how the loop is running, how fast the loop is running. Okay, let's make it bigger so that you can easily understand. Run it. Okay, now see, either I am giving the input or changing my input or not, my loop is keep running. It means that this number of times my loop has run. Okay, as delay is 100 millisecond, you know that 100 millisecond is a 0.1 second, means that my loop is running 10 times in a 1 second. 10 times 1 second, if you divide this factor by 10, means it is a 33, 34 second, 35 second, 36 second, like that it is running. So in total time 435, 50, 55 times this loop has run. If I increase this time, let's say if I make 1000, this means this loop will run one time in a 1 second. Now check this is working as a 1 second incremental, because my loop is running after a 1 second. Now if I change my values, the output will update after 1 second, not a very real time. It has delay of 1 second. Now my output has a delay of 1 second. Okay, hope you understand this, the while loop. Okay, now come to the for loop. For for loop, I will delete all the things, and the while loop. The while loop is used if you want your program to run certain amount of time, for certain times, you can say. Let's say I want my program to run just 10 times. Okay, then then for this purpose you have to use the for loop. The for loop is this one, is a n means that how many times you want your program to run. Let's say I give here 10. Okay, and this is the same things as I discussed. Okay, now here what I want to, let's say, generate a random number. Okay, I go to numeric and generate this number, random number, and create output as an indicator here. Now this will create a random number. This random number is actually generated between 0 and 1. Okay, so this program will generate 10 different number or random number, and after that it will automatically stop. Okay, now try. Sorry, because in order to run it 10 times I must have to put this one in a while loop, otherwise it will only work for the one time. Okay, create a control, and here I have to give again time. Let's say 10 second, 100 second is okay. Okay, now you see, after generating the 10 number it will stop. The for loop will stop. I think it is generating more than 10 times. Why? Okay, now I have to terminate it. I have to terminate this one, that after 10 times if it has run, then my program should stop. Okay, for this what I will do, I will create a one boolean logic, let's say numeric control, and no, equal to, if I say this is my equal to 10, equal to this 10, then it should stop. Okay, now check it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 10. After 10 it stop. Okay, so in this way you can use your for loop. Okay. Okay, now what to discuss. लूप हो गया, ग्राफ एंड चार्ट. ओके, let's move to very fast graph and chart. Let's say I take one random number and multiply this one by 10. Why? Because the random generator only generate number between 0 to 1, so multiplying 10 it will generate the number between 1 to 10. Now the output are take the graph and connect this one to here, and in order to continue running I must have to use the for loop, create control, give some time interval, let's say 100 millisecond. Now run. You see the data is being populated on the waveform. Okay, because this is random number between 1 to 10, so graph will always be from positive axis. Now in the graph there are many properties you can do like that. Let's say if you go to properties, the first thing is that you can do what, okay, that update mode. It could be a scope chart like this one. Now if you run that one, scope 1, after completing the complete graph it will be clear, and then again we'll write it like this one. It is like a scope, oscilloscope, or you have seen the ECG of a human body. It is like that. Sorry. Next option is that display format. You can do either floating point or what type. This is a data type. How do you want the precision of the data? Plot, either you want the line, dotted, or whatsoever. You see it is being changed if I changing here. Okay, so how you want to plot the line color, how you want to plot, like a green, red, anything else you want, you can change the color. Field, you can also make a field to 0. it will fill downside, fill to infinity, fill to plus infinity, and like that. Okay, you can change the scale also. Either you want to make auto scaling or you want to scale outside. You can make graph downside like this one, x-axis. You can change the color of different things, text or sign like this one, like this, marker like this, or like this. Anything you want to, you can change, okay, with the graph. Okay, one I also have a graph. This was actually chart. Okay, you have to convert this one from, you see, when I connect it, it's telling that this is a two different type. Why? The source is double and the sink is 1D array. This actually take the 1D array. So in order to convert the array, it will be little bit advanced, but just make to show you, you can convert this to array like this one. This actually convert array. Now it is okay. You see array, these two both line are same in color, but this is the thin, this is the little bold. This little bold is showing that this is actually the array. Okay, I will discuss later in the lecture. Now just run it. You cannot see array here in the, because you have to first stop, then it will be populated. Okay, the array, for you have to build the array, it will be different, so I'm not going to discuss here right now. Okay, so you can, in this way you can create any chart. Okay, in this basic LabVIEW programming, I think it is enough to just kick start your programming. You can explore many things, you can watch multiple videos. I have also created more than 60, about 70 videos, different videos about the LabVIEW. So you can go to my channel and check all the basic to advanced level. You will find the videos there. You can go there and learn many things. If you have any or any things you want to know, you need any kind of help, you can contact me anytime by on my email or my WhatsApp number. So I hope this is the enough for the beginning start. As I told, I have many videos. You can go to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, I request to don't forget to subscribe and like the buttons and share with your friends. I hope you liked video. In the next video I will try to make some projects, not the basic, because when I will create the projects, I will use multiple things together at the same time, and on the same time I will discuss all the things briefly, so that you can have a flavor of a different tools of the LabVIEW, and also understand the project and the application of a LabVIEW in your real application or industry or real life. Okay, hope you like the video. Till next video, take care yourself. Allah Hafiz.